Happy Tuesday, day after election. Sault Ste. Marie, and welcome to Mornings with Luann and Tim. Luann, what a night that was last night.
Oh, boy, that was exciting. Man, we called it early with the mayor.
It was pretty obvious. It happened pretty quickly. I mean, he took a lead of 10,000 votes. Boom.
Yeah, just like that. I think 3 times more than
he ended up with 70% of the vote. Yeah. 70% of the vote.
Yeah. Isn't that awesome?
And 25, I believe, for Rory Ring, which was that's a quarter of the vote.
Yeah. You know what? Very respectable. First time out.
Absolutely.
Really?
Yes.
You know.
Were you surprised by any of the results?
I was surprised that our mayor got that many votes.
Well, remember when we had a great time last night with Brady Irwin, who joined us as our pundit. Brady, a former Ward 2 councillor. Oh, there's a picture of us last night. There we go, a little video. Oh, look at us laughing and enjoying ourselves. Seemed like so long ago. Brady had some numbers from the previous election from 4 years ago when Christian first got in, and he maxed out at 10,000 votes. Didn't he last year?
I thought it was like 2,700.
Oh, 3,000. Was it?
Yes.
3,000? Yeah.
I think so.
His numbers were way up. But a lot of the numbers were way up, and yet, were we only at 22,000 voters?
It's that's what our page that we were using.
We were looking at global, and that was the 22,000 out of 55,000 potential voters. That's not even half.
But I feel like 22 also has something to do with the advanced polls. I feel like the 22, I'm thinking...
I'm not sure. I'd like to find out what those numbers really are. I mean, I guess we'll get more from City Hall, right?
Yeah, they'll issue like all those numbers later on today in a press release, probably. But I bet they're a little busy over there this morning.
Fresh blood on council.
Oh, tons, right?
Wow.
It's so
big
good.
Big turnover.
And Brady Irwin nailed it perfectly. He said half of council pretty much is new blood. Mm-hmm. So Sault Ste. Marie, way to go, man. That was awesome. Yeah, keep things moving along.
Exactly. I mean, Ward 2, brand new incumbents. 2 brand new. Luke Dufour and Lisa Bezo-Allen. Young, up and coming, you know.
New ideas, fresh ways of looking at things.
Donna Hilsinger and Matthew Shoemaker. That's going to be a mover and a shaker. Ward 3.
Could you imagine that?
Ward 3,
Ward 3.
So, yeah. And then Ward 5, 2 brand new there as well. Corey Gardy and I forget the other gentleman's name in Ward 5. Oh,
I'll have it coming up in our newscast.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the actual numbers. I don't have the percentages, but I have the actual numbers of votes that each of the candidates received. There were some different things too that we heard about. For instance, lots of different ways to vote this year.
Yes.
Right? Remember we were talking about the
curbside voting, advanced voting, then there was else. There was another way too. Home voting.
Yeah.
What was that about? I forget
I think somebody will actually go to your house.
I'm not sure.
Also though, 51 municipalities yesterday were using online voting.
Oh, Sudbury had a problem,
and they were affected by 90-minute slowdowns. 51 municipalities.
You mean they had to wait to vote? The system was so over.
Down.
Would you not have voted? Well, I wonder how many people got impatient.
I would have been ticked. Yeah, right? I mean, it's hard to get people to vote, obviously.
Did you see anything in your news about Sudbury? Because I just glanced. No. Okay, I saw there's a problem. They've extended the voting 1 day.
Oh. So maybe this has something to do with it.
Well, it was online voting. That was an issue. I didn't get to read the whole article, but I did glance at headlines, and there was a couple headlines on the CBC that said something about Sudbury voting, extended 1 day, online votes were an issue.
And 50 other municipalities also tried to use it. So I wonder if Sudbury's the only one.
Don't know.
Interesting stuff. Did you sleep at all?
Well, I got home last night and Mr. Bowser wasn't ready for bed yet, so we sat up till after midnight.
Oy.
I know, but you know what? Tonight I have a night off, so
nice.
I'm just gonna lay low and try to get rid of the last of this cold.
Yeah, it's hanging on pretty good for you.
But you know what it is? It's not that it's hanging on; it's just stuck. Normally, I've been really I'm fighting it so hard. I'm not letting it get to my chest.
Right.
And it's just hanging right here, waiting to get down there. So we'll see. I hope it.
You just gotta
cough it up.
Hork it up.
I gotta go buy some.
I had to say it.
Wouldn't be breakfast without Luann.
Making a, pus joke or something.
Oh, no, that's different. Oh, Luann. I can't even dress you up. So you can dress her up and take her anywhere. I can't even dress her up.
Did you see what he did? Did you see him? He just went like this. I can't even dress you up.
Mama, listen. Yes. National Teen Driver Safety Week. I have a very special place in my heart for this week. When I used to work at Algoma Public Health, this was a really important campaign. Oh. It was a really important campaign. There's a great website. Anybody out there, if you're a parent or just anybody who's curious about really safe driving for everybody, it's called Parachute Canada, parachutecanada.org. Check out their National Teen Driver Safety Week pages. Lots of really great tips for teenagers and parents. This year, every year they have a theme, and this year the hashtag is Know What Impaired Means. So with the new legislation, they're really looking at drug driving. It's their primary focus. But they also haven't given up their thing on distracted driving, impaired driving, and aggressive driving, because those are, did you know, I don't know if you know this stat, distracted driving has overtaken impaired driving as the leading cause of death on Canadian highways. Yeah. More people die from distracted driving than from drunk driving. That's a new, and teenagers are the number one offenders. So 96, this is an interesting poll. If you were a passenger in a vehicle, remember this, 96% of drivers said they would stop distracted driving if a passenger asked them to. You have the power as a passenger. If you see someone doing something, whether it's on their phone or what, not necessarily on their phone, there's a lot of other distractions in cars these days.
Eating or, putting mascara on.
You're making me nervous. Please stop doing that. Most people, 96% said they would stop if a passenger asked. So,
you know what? I wonder if kids would be able to do that with each other.
Takes a strong kid, takes a leader.
Sure does.
It takes a leader.
Yeah,
so be a leader.
So be a leader.
And be safe.
Absolutely. And you know, I don't know if you do this or not, but when I see the cars, being driving education cars.
Yes. Do you scare them?
No.
You come up behind them?
No, I always pull up beside them, and then I'm like... like they care. Like they cheer them on. This old lady in the car beside me is giving me a thumbs up.
Oh, you're such
a nerd. Should I be distracted?
Oh, the teenagers will be like, go away, crazy lady.
The teacher's going.
Don't look at her. Don't look at her. Pay no attention to the crazy lady in the white car.
There was one, though, it was so cute. Coming up to the line, and I swear to goodness, at the stoplight, it was like...
Inching up
right to the line. And I swear... he deserved a thumbs up. He was like right on the line.
Do you know that when I took my driving test way back in the day, you know, those Flintstone cars with the feet. Anyway, Lake Street was where the driver's ed office was here, and the ministry office was on Lake Street, just somewhere around Wacky Wings. Anyway, it was on this side of the tracks, like on the north side of the tracks. Okay, so you had to pull out of the driveway on your test, the exam. I pulled out, hang a left, and so then there's a railroad tracks. I was like, okay, got to make sure you look both ways. Right off the bat, they get you. I did that. Then I pulled over the tracks, and he said, turn right onto Trunk Road. I pulled up. Well, there was a car going straight down Lake Street, so I had to inch up to see if I could make my right-hand turn on the red light, and I inched into the pedestrian crosswalk, and I got my 4 points off my...
4 points?
I think it was 96. I think that was the one thing I did wrong, and it was like worth 4 things.
Jeez, you didn't even fuck anybody off.
No, I didn't kill anybody, but or I didn't even bump anybody. I think my score was 96 out of 100 by the end, and I think that was my one infraction. I could be wrong. My memory, it was a long time ago, Lou. Oh my God, that was almost 40 years.
My mother talks about when she went for her driver's license, and she was like in her 40s. Yeah, because, you know.
Which would put that somewhere around, what, the 1980s?
Yeah.
She waited that long to get her license?
1970s.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm trying to think now. What
I'm making you do math. I shouldn't do that.
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
Okay,
so she says, you know, they make you parallel park. Gosh, I hate parallel parking. I can't do it. Jim just like, whoop, whoop, whoop. And my brother, just easy peasy. If I have to parallel park,
really,
it's not nice. So she's doing the test, and you know, she's nervous, of course.
Yeah.
And he says, okay, we're going to pull up in front of the hospital here, and I want you to parallel park. So my mom pulls up, and you know, she's trying to measure the thing that you're supposed to measure, and then so she's up on the sidewalk, right? And she says, well, I would never parallel park anyway. So the instructor says, well, what would you do? She said, I'd go home. It's Espanola. In 2 minutes, there will be another parking spot.
What would you do? I'd go home and come back and try again later. It's Espanola.
She's like, come on. She got her license.
I had After ending up on the sidewalk in front of the hospital. Well, okay, I know where. I don't know. Does she still have her?
She does.
Oh,
yeah.
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 I was gonna say, didn't she just?
No.
Okay. There's a little secret, but we won't talk.
Yes.
We don't talk about our parents.
No, we don't.
I'm a great parallel parker because
Are you?
I lived in Toronto for so many years. You gotta learn. You gotta learn.
You gotta do it.
But
I think that's a talent. I swear to God, I think somebody does it, and I'm just like, really?
Get yourself beside the car beside you. Back up until your steering wheel is beside the back bumper of that car. Then turn.
The back bumper of
the car beside you. So okay. You back up. You get to your steering wheel is lined up with the back bumper of the car. Then begin your turn and then nose in.
Wow. See, I feel like that's way too far. I used to always start like halfway up the car.
No. Back up to there before you turn the wheel. That's the trick.
So
it gets a sharper angle.
So the front of your car should be
in front,
right beside his bumper.
Your steering wheel.
Okay.
Not your tires, your steering wheel. Where you're sitting, you should be aligned with the back bumper of the car you're backing in behind.
Okay, let's use your car and we'll practice.
When I had to learn how to parallel park, I did it without power steering.
Oh,
that's why I do the joke. You know what? My idea of a 20-minute workout is parallel parking.
Yeah, no doubt. Remember.
Anyway, coming up on the show today, Pumpkin Patrol with Daniel LaPrade. It's getting up to Halloween. Yay. And following that, we've got, a couple young people coming in. One of the guys from Mamma Mia and one of the cast members from The Little Mermaid at Cora. That's their musical this year. It's a fundraiser for Cora's musical theater
Lots of fun stuff this morning.
And you have the news.
I do. I have the news. So please stay tuned. So much fun coming up on
one of our friends here at ONNtv's Mornings with Luann and Tim is this fella here, Daniel LaPrade from KC Security. Welcome, Daniel. Welcome back.
Yeah, I'm regular now.
I know. I have it once a week. If I don't see you, I Jones. Yeah. What's going on with KC Security and Halloween?
So we're doing it's our 4th annual Pumpkin Patrol.
4th? Wait, I don't even understand. 4th. You're like 12 years old. How long have you been in business?
I shave, so that's probably why.
How long have you been? We've had this interview already, but it's been a long time. Remind me.
4 years. We're going into the 5th year in January.
So right off the hop, you do a lot of stuff in the community for like events. Fun stuff.
We've done on all the street parties and all that stuff. We sponsor.
So whose idea was this then? Yours?
Kind of, but I've seen other companies do it across Canada. Like there's some other companies and some security owners that I know.
4th annual Pumpkin Patrol.
Yeah.
What does this involve, Mr. LaPrade?
So what we do is we go around in the patrol cars, right? So we'll have them all out on Halloween night. So between 6 and 9. We go through the neighborhoods, right? We're just driving through neighborhoods, doesn't matter where, anywhere in the city, and just kind of watching, if any kids have any problems, if there's anybody has any issues, they can, kind of approach us, right? We're extra eyes and ears. We used to hand out candy up until last year.
And then what happened?
Well, we had one parent come up to the vehicle and they told their kid not to take candy from strangers.
Oh.
And they classified us that we were strangers.
Wait a second.
They didn't really trust us.
Daniel, I have a question.
Yeah.
When you walk up to someone's door and you knock on their door and you don't know who they are and they give you candy, isn't that taking candy from a stranger?
Yeah.
Isn't that the whole concept of Halloween?
Yeah.
On that one night, you take candy from strangers?
Yeah.
I think if you want to hand candy out, you can, Daniel. I don't think that one parent was correct. I'm sorry. But no, you're not going to do it?
We just decided this year we're not going to do the candy this year. So sorry, kids, and
they say don't take candy from a stranger. They take candy from me, and they don't come any stranger than me.
And the irony in that is, I don't know if you were the MC actually of that Kids Summer Safety Festival.
I was,
and our topic was stranger danger. So there's the irony in that.
And then you get accused of being the stranger handing out the candy.
They still came and took it, though. The kids still came and took the candy.
Yeah. So, What about something else? Maybe you could give out something safety-like for a kid.
Well, we thought of maybe next year.
Next year. Maybe we can sponsor together and do like a We'll hand out ONNtv stuff.
Yeah, maybe reflective bands or...
That's a good idea. Something safety oriented for kids. Okay, let's work on that together.
Okay, good. We have for the 5th one, right?
So how many cars do you have, by the way?
We have 2 marked.
2 marked?
Yeah.
And how many stealth cars?
Oh,
you can't tell me.
There's a few, but
top secret.
But the 2 marked cars are the ones you'd be obviously.
They'll be on patrol.
Right? So,
are you going to do all the neighborhoods? That's all.
Yeah, we'll cover most of the city.
Right.
Now, what we're doing too is between 6 p.m. and 4 a.m. again.
Yeah.
We're doing it again. We did it last year. We started with it. We're giving patrols to any business or homeowner that wants a patrol, like for free. You don't have to be a client.
On Halloween night?
On Halloween, it's free. Yeah, you can call us.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, so in case those little goblins are out there and they're trying to, the little ghosts and goblins just get a little, sometimes they get a little rowdy.
Oh, yeah.
So you're going to, all they have to do is call you?
They call our number, 705-998-2613. Or they can, get a hold of us on Facebook, Twitter. Like, you're all over the place.
Flag you down on Halloween night.
Flag down. Just no prank calls,
No.
So we got a couple of those last year, and it ruins the. We're just not gonna do it anymore if people are gonna ruin it. So don't ruin it.
Don't be ruiners. Why you gotta be a ruiner?
Yeah.
So wait a second. Free security for any retailer business in Sault Ste. Marie on Halloween night. They can try out your services.
Right, or even you, for example, at your house, you want a patrol, or you need you want to call, then boom.
You haven't been paying. I know that you work right up until you get here, but I've been talking on the show about the fact that Mr. Bowser's a little bit of a security freak. So we have an alarm system, and we have 7 cameras.
And gates.
I only have an 800 square foot house.
Yeah.
900.
The next thing you know, he'll have us hired, and we'll be, have guards outside, stationed there 24 hours a day.
Actually, it's going to be disappointing for us this year because normally Keith does an entire animatronics and stuff, but he leaves on Sunday for Letterkenny, so no Halloween at our house this year because
But you're not upset because you don't have to decorate, or you don't.
Well, my thing is Christmas. I'm big for Christmas, and he's big for Halloween, and so anyway, it won't be the same this year without him. But that's the way it goes. What do? You decorate and stuff?
No, we don't do so much for Halloween, right? No. Everybody asks, like, "Oh, are you guys wearing costumes?" Well, no, we got to be in uniform.
Got to be in uniform when you're in the car. That'd be kind of because that could be pretty terror. That could be traumatic if you walk up to a car thinking you're going to see a security person, and instead there's a monster behind you.
Yeah. So I mean, for the Santa Claus parade and stuff, we'll decorate for that.
Okay.
Right? And they wear their Santa hats.
You want to be people to know that you're there for safety. Right?
Yeah.
That's really nice of you to do that patrol.
Yeah.
Do a lot of people flag you down and talk to you and just chat with you, or?
We actually did, the last few years. A couple people called too for, they wanted us to check on something because, they thought there was somebody in their yard or, people egging things. And,
I had that happen one year, and that stuff sticks, man.
Oh yeah.
Those eggs, they stick
to vinyl. You gotta watch too if they
crazy.
throw them at you when you're driving.
Oh.
Because I've heard of some stories like that.
Oh, I haven't had that
hasn't happened to us yet either.
Hey, while I have you here, can you remind me again about we were talking last week about the Bonsu. I know this is sort of not really Casey Security, this is more Daniel Leprade Bonsu, but remind me of what's coming up for the Bonsu fundraiser.
Right. So it's Friday, October 26th, this Friday.
This coming Friday.
Yeah, from 8, it starts at 8 p.m. till about 1 a.m. There's the Bonsu, we're having a fundraiser.
Yeah.
And it goes in support of Pauline's Place and Bonsu youth events.
And Bonsu youth events,
yes.
So it's all youth oriented.
Yes, it's all, exactly.
And where is it?
It's at the Oddfellows Hall.
Right, which is on Dennis Street.
Right.
And what's that called? Does it have a name?
Just the Bonsu
fundraiser.
Scary.
But wait a second. You can come in costume if you want to.
Yes,
right? Yes. And you do prizes and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Entertainment.
Yep. Greg Simpson's doing his stuff.
He's DJing, right?
Yeah, he's DJing.
Excellent.
And there's going to be pizza and all.
And those tickets are available.
They can get them through Pauline's Place.
Okay.
They can get them through the Bonsu office.
Right.
Or through us even. And 705-759-3000 the Bonsu numbers.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And at the door, I would.
And at the door, yeah.
Okay.
$20.
All right, Daniel. I guess I'll see you next week.
We'll find something. Maybe we'll bring Casey Roofing in there.
Right.
We haven't been in yet. So.
The whole family will be here.
I'll just bring Dad in here. Yeah.
I got to bring Luann back to talk some more, talk some more stuff about what's going on in the world, and then we have the news, and then I've got an interview coming up with some great musical theater students from Cora Collegiate and Mamma Mia. So stay with us on Mornings with Luann and Tim. Oh, there's look at your pumpkins.
There they are.
I just love that shot.
I do too. Cool? We have some really cool drone shots. I don't know where they're coming from, but I like them.
I do too. They're awesome.
I guess they're coming from a drone.
Yes, probably.
Luann?
Yes.
Now, well, there's a couple things.
Oh no.
The curriculum.
Yes.
Okay, so there are town hall things going on. Do you know about this?
No.
Okay, so you know why you don't know? Because the Conservative government hasn't really put the word out, but you can now register for a telephone town hall to give your input on all the curriculum changes. Okay.
Oh, so that's a good thing. I was thinking immediately the parent.
No, it's a good thing, and I've already registered.
Did you? Yeah.
I went online because every area there's only so many openings. There's only so many openings available for these town halls, and it's only on 3 days across the entire province.
Really?
So,
we should ask him about it today because Doug Ford's here.
And then there's There's also an online survey that you can do too. So if you want to participate in helping to draft the new curriculum, get involved now. Now's the time, because they're not letting a lot of people know about this. And conspiracy theory, and there goes that screen again. The conspiracy theorists, my sister and I, believe that the reason they're not promoting it is because Ford Nation's going to be promoting it with their people, and they're going to fill up all these town halls and get them their opinions in there. And so anyway, just so you know,
where can we go find that?
I would go to probably Ontario government. You know what? Just do curriculum town hall Ontario.
Yeah, or sex ed.
Yeah, but it's not. It's everything. Like
they're doing math and science.
Oh, they've gone crazy now. Wait till you see the things they're talking about. They've really okay. So, and one of the reasons now I'm going to segue. Did you hear about the town in New Brunswick, Chipman, New Brunswick? Okay, so one of the reasons why I'm so adamant about the curriculum is that people need to become aware of diversity.
Sure.
Okay, in Chipman, New Brunswick. 11 people and a man named Glenn Bishop got together, and they started meeting over a few months, and they were trying to figure out a way that they could find support for straight people. So they flew a straight pride flag in this town of 1,100 people. They went to the mayor and they said, "We think that straight people need support. We want to show our pride for straight people." And the mayor was like, "You know what? We're a very open community. We support everyone. Yes, I'll fly that flag." And it's a male and female symbol on a black and white striped background. And they flew it. And within 24 hours, it was down. Because in that town of 1,100 people, there were enough people who said, "What? Straight pride? Since when do you need to be, when have you..."
So obviously they're trying to make a point.
Yes, this flag has been flown by U.S. conservative groups, and they picked up on it. It was flown in response to gay pride events. So the guy that flew it, Mr. Bishop, in Chipman, New Brunswick, because he came out and he was like, "Where'd my flag go?" And there was a whole bunch of people there who said, "We took it down." And he said, "Well, this wasn't supposed to be insulting, and I don't hate gay people. I have friends who are gays, and I would say if anybody who says I have friends who are gays doesn't."
Right.
So anyway, he doesn't. The whole concept of not knowing what the fight has been about, and everybody says, "Well, we're there now. You have gay marriage, you have all these things, you have all these rights. It's all built into the Constitution."
But do we really?
That's the thing. As long as there are people like Glenn Bishop who are threatened by the fact that we have equality. And the other thing is, we're not just talking about here in Sault Ste. Marie, for instance. We're talking about, this is a global issue. There are still people in this world who are being executed because of who they are.
Right.
So anyway, I think this is an educational thing. It's a universal educational thing, and I just think that Mr. Bishop missed the boat. But I'm very proud of those other 1,000 people who took that flag down.
Yes.
And supported that.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, little town in New Brunswick.
Little town in New Brunswick. Yeah.
So is there ever a time when you would think that was okay?
Which?
That he raised the heterosexual flag? Sorry, we're out of time.
Yeah, we're out of time. No, I don't see a need for it. When are you persecuted for being straight? When was the last time you, a straight couple, got beaten up for holding hands at a dinner table at a restaurant or kissing in public?
Yeah.
When was the last time that happened to a straight couple?
Good point. Absolutely. Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
You feel better?
Am I supposed to take us out now?
Yeah, you're supposed to take us out.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go to a break now. I'm sorry to lecture you.
Just like that screen behind us.
Just like boom. Could somebody please pay the bills around here?
What do you want? We got lights.
You have to fire Lou so we can afford to light this place up. Okay, listen, Lou.
Yes.
You have the news next. I bet it's going to be a good one.
Yes, lots of numbers with regards to
don't go anywhere.
Local.
You're crazy if you leave us now. It's just getting good. No, the first part was good too.
The local numbers.
Coming up with Luann right after this message from our sponsors on Mornings with Luann and Tim.
And welcome back to Mornings with Luann and Tim on TV. Huge news in the entertainment world.
Oh, what?
Amy Schumer's pregnant.
Did she get pregnant while she was in jail?
Pardon?
Well, didn't Amy Schumer get busted for protesting in the Senate? She was in the senators' hallways and she got arrested. Didn't you know that?
No.
Yeah, Amy Schumer there was a picture of her getting handcuffed.
Seriously?
Yeah, she was protesting for the Kavanaugh hearings.
Oh.
She's pregnant?
She's pregnant. And you know what she did? She's so hilarious.
Daddy?
She posted it on Twitter, and she removed the heads of Harry and Meghan in a picture and put hers and her husband's pictures.
She's married?
Heads on.
Is he in show business? I don't know anything.
No, I don't believe he is.
You never hear about her husband?
No. And The Weeknd, Canadian rapper, singer extraordinaire,
The Weeknd
almost got nailed. Boy, the video is so scary. A chunk, it looks like a rock. He was in Mexico doing a concert, fell from the ceiling. Part of the equipment fell, and it was like from here to the edge of the desk, and he just kept singing. It was like he didn't go nothing. He just kept on singing.
Did you see the lady who got hit by the cement chunk under like Union Station or whatever, walking in Toronto?
No.
You know how you walk underground there?
Yes.
Okay, and there was construction, I guess, and a big, huge piece of concrete fell on her head, and it showed a picture of the paramedics where they're in the blood on the sidewalk and stuff.
Oh, no.
Can you imagine just walking along and boom?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's one thing if you're The Weeknd, but it's...
Yeah, really. Because he has hair that could actually
Well, he's also
save
in
him.
Mexico, and a rock falls on you in Mexico. Stuff happens, but when you're walking down Union Station, you don't expect something to come from...
Well, sure.
No.
Yeah, that's not good.
Have you ever had a scare like that, where anything falling on your head? Were you ever dropped on your head?
You know what?
What?
I have to say, when I was still in the hospital after my second daughter was born, you know how in behind the beds on the wall, they have those big square lights and you just click with the chain?
Oh, no, tell me.
So we put flowers up there.
Oh.
Like just light fake flowers that I was getting as, congratulations.
You got fake flowers for your giving
Some
birth?
of them, yeah. So I was bathing Caitlin, and I got done, and then I put her on the bed, and I put her right up at the pillow, and I thought, I'm going to just take her with me. I just felt, I had to go to the ladies' room. I thought, I'm just going to bring her with me. I'm in the bathroom, and I hear this sound, and I'm like, what the heck was that? The whole light fixture fell right down on the pillow of the bed.
Oh my gosh.
The nurses were scrambling. They were I guess they were scared of a lawsuit or whatever. Could you imagine that though?
No. An infant baby?
An infant, like she was a day and a half old.
Never mind the infant baby. What about the mother who would have been laying in the bed and you would have been on TV?
I would have been on TV.
Or it would have been on you.
Yeah. So there are those incidents where you go, wow.
A mother's instinct.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? She was a day and a half old. I could have left her on the bed. She's not rolling around or anything. But I just thought, no, I'm going to bring her with me.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
Because otherwise you would have going, you light up my life. Anyway, so don't go anywhere, because after this break I'm being joined by Tanner and Trenton, stars of Mamma Mia and The Little Mermaid, on TV, Mornings with Luann and
Tim.
Was that Sioux, Michigan? That looked like it was Sioux, Michigan. Hi guys. Hey. Playing Where's Waldo? Okay, so introductions. First of all, I've got Trenton Willen to my left, and then further over is Tanner Boyle. Trenton Willen starring as Prince Eric in The Little Mermaid at Cora, and Tanner Boyle starring as Sky, the male romantic lead in the Musical Comedy Guild's production of Mamma Mia. Let's start with how it all began for you. You're older, so let's start with you.
So in my senior year
at Cora,
at Cora, auditions for Grease opened, and me and a couple of my friends, we wanted to all go as the T-Birds.
Okay.
So we all went in for auditions. We started learning songs and stuff like that. And by the time auditions came around, they actually backed out.
Your friends chickened out?
My friends backed out, and auditions were already happening, and I got cast as Danny in Grease.
As Danny Zuko. I saw you.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that was your very first show.
Yeah, that was my very first show.
And you were at that time, what, 15?
This 17.
You were 17?
Yeah, it was my senior year.
Is that how old you are? Okay, so you're grade 12, 17.
Yeah.
That's where you are right now.
That is where I am, yeah.
This is your second show.
Second show I've been in. Yes.
Because what was your background?
Working background. Yeah. No, I worked backstage for the past like 4 years now, and I still do a lot of that backstage work.
Yeah.
But last year, I was running the auditions. I was just getting some sound stuff checked out, and our director there, Mrs. Williams, she was like, "Actually, you know what, Trenton? This year we're gonna throw you on stage," and I just did an audition.
But that's all it took. You were ready. She knew she could read you. She knew that you were dying to get up there, and you just didn't do it.
She practically dragged me up there.
She?
But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun last year. I was glad I did it.
And then you sang that song "Mooning" because you played Roger.
Yes,
I saw you too.
That was me.
They double cast a lot at Cora, right? Because there's so many kids who are so talented. Triple sometimes.
Double or triple cast.
So we'll tell the audience what that means. When you triple cast a show, Trenton, go ahead, explain the concept.
Well, it's basically multiple people that can fill the role of one character. So like for me, last year, for example, I was playing Roger. Well, there was me as Roger, and there was another Roger. So it's really good, actually.
Roger that. See? And so you divide the performances up.
Right. Well,
so for instance, what was your schedule last year for the shows?
Well, it was very intensive, right? Because it's like you have 9 shows over the course of 4 days.
Because you're doing shows for the schools. So
Yeah.
I don't know if everybody knows that either, that the Cora Musical Theater program, they perform at night for paying audiences, for adults and families and whatever, the community.
Right.
But in the daytime, you're performing
up to another 2 shows per day for
all the
700 elementary kids per show.
Wild.
Yeah.
What was the case? So, for you, let's go back to you now, Tanner. First time on stage, was the first performance for high school high school students, for elementary school students, or for an adult paying audience?
We started with elementary school.
Okay, so
and we actually had 2 different scripts as well.
Oh, because there's some language in Greece.
Yep,
There's some touchy stuff for the little kids. So, what was your reaction to the audience reaction when you first did Grease? Did you anticipate what it was going to feel like when those kids? Because I know how they get. They're all screaming for you. What was it like?
You mean like the first applause?
Yeah.
It was a really good feeling because we performed, and I'd never actually heard an applause other than just going into rehearsals, and then blackout, you hear clapping. It's a really good feeling.
And then like the bows were all, when you come up to bow and they scream for you.
Yeah.
Come on, that's so cool.
Yeah.
What's your musical background? How did you get involved in the first place?
I just jumped in.
Really? So you don't play an instrument? You never took any lessons?
Well, it was more just singing in the shower in the car, and I just kind of got a bug for it. Deneen kind of pulled me in when all my friends went in, and she just said, "No, you're doing this now." And I was like, "All right, let's do it."
And now, what about you? Your little brother I've worked with.
Yes.
He played Tiny Tim in A Christmas Carol. He was also in the cast of Anne of Green Gables.
Yes.
So you've obviously seen your little brother starring on stage. What's that like for you?
It was fun. It was fun to watch him. Yeah, no, it was cool.
You didn't anticipate you'd be following in his footsteps?
No, I figured maybe one day I'd like work backstage for him or something.
Right, and now here you are.
Yeah, now he's coming.
And now you guys, we're getting a sneak preview, right? This is a wonderful thing. So people, when they put these shows on, like when Ms. Williams, Deneen Williams, puts these shows on, and she's been doing it how many? I don't even know how many years now. Gosh, almighty.
Too many.
Lots.
Like as long as I can remember.
Retired.
She's a force to be reckoned with, Ms. Williams. Very inspirational, right?
Absolutely.
So amazing energy. But so when she puts these shows on, when any high school puts these shows on, they still have to pay royalties. So to put on a musical version of The Little Mermaid, it's costing them. It can cost anywhere like $10,000, $12,000 for royalties, even for a high school production.
Oh yeah.
So that, as you can imagine, they need to raise money. And here's how they're going to do it. They're going to invite you to go and hear them and a preview performance, $5 to get in. It's called Singing in Suites.
Yep.
How many years has Deneen been putting this on now?
This is her 10th year of doing this. She does it every year.
Okay, so there is a poster is up right now. $5 gets you in, and you're getting a full evening of musical entertainment plus sweets afterwards, and that's included in the price. The sweets,
it is,
yep.
All the baked goods will be in the cafeteria afterwards. Can you tell me what representation from the school will be there from Cora?
From the music department, it honestly involves almost every group. There's the choir there, there's the musical theater for The Little Mermaid will be there.
The cast.
The cast,
Casts.
yep.
Yeah.
Cast, yes, multiple. The pit band for the show will also be there,
Right.
which is a whole production in and of itself.
It is. They're a show among them unto themselves too. When you watch them perform there at the Cora musicals, it's always fun to watch the pit band when they're getting into stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then
on top of
soloists.
that, we have soloists. Yes, just anybody from the school who wanted to try out, wanted to just.
Do they have to audition to get in this? They don't. Okay, so
no, they don't. No.
just because they're offering their support, so
Right.
So you might have a single soloist, you might have a group, you might have a
Right.
duet. whatever.
Anybody can do
Absolutely,
it.
yeah.
Anybody. That's so cool. What time does the show start?
Show starts at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock at Cora in the
At
theater,
Cora, yes.
and then the treats afterwards in the cafeteria.
Right.
Now, Tanner, you're a graduate from the Cora program,
Yep.
so you're going back to show your support, but you're bringing some friends with you.
Yep, the cast of Mamma Mia is actually going to be opening. We're going to do a couple songs for
And right now, the picture for Mamma Mia is up, and there are our dates.
I got my shirt.
You do, and we open on the 20th. I say we because I'm in that show with you.
Yeah.
How have you the transition from from high school musical theater to community theater? Have you noticed much of a difference, Tanner, in the process?
Definitely speed into getting into things. I think auditions were June.
They were.
They were in June, and we waited a couple of months over the summer, and we got started right in August and
Late August.
late August, and we've done 2 months, and
Right.
we're so far now.
Right. So, and the difference there is that Deneen knows what shows she's going to do before the school year starts. doesn't
Yeah,
she?
before
She
the school
decides
year.
the previous year. When do you have the auditions?
We have our auditions in September usually.
And your rehearsals begin right after?
Rehearsals begin right after. Yes.
So you rehearse September, October, November, December, January, February,
6 months.
Right.
and then you open in February.
And we open in late February.
We, on the other hand, community theater is generally within 3 months.
Yep.
So it is a tighter time frame. And major choreography. Were you ready for that?
Voulez-vous?
Voulez-vous? Okay, so thanks guys for being here. I know you have to go to school after this.
Yeah.
Tell Ms. Williams I said hello. Where are you out? I'll see you at rehearsal.
Yeah, I'll see you Thursday.
But the rest of you can go and check out the cast of Mamma Mia, the cast of The Little Mermaid, and students from Cora at Singing in Suites. 7 o'clock at Cora. Tickets are available at the door.
Yes.
All right. Anything in advance, or just show up with your $5?
Just show up.
Show up and have a great time.
Great time.
We have to say goodbye now, but thanks for being here again, and we'll be right back with Luann on Mornings with Luann and Tim. I gotta tell you, when I meet guys like that, like Tanner obviously has a lot of confidence now. He's been on stage a couple times. But Trenton, this is first time on television, on camera. So easy to talk to.
Isn't that
Great
awesome?
Guys, youth drivers, please be careful. It is National Teen Driver Safety
Yes.
Week.
Yes,
Yes.
and we're counting
There
on
goes our
you to be
TV
nice
again.
and safe. Oh, look.
It's time to say goodbye.
Apparently it's time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodnight. So have a great day.
I'm shutting down too. I feel just
there.
like that TV screen.
Yeah, I don't
Sideways
like it.
and shutting down.
Thanks so much for watching Mornings with Luann and
Is
Tim.
tomorrow
We'll
hump
see you
day?
tomorrow morning.